Yo, what is up, Shanks Pack? This is Nilsson, bringing you guys a video for my WBA draft analysis. Before I get started, I'd like to point out to my returning subscribers that I'm just tired of doing sweeps right now, so that's why there haven't been any lately. And I might be doing a new Let's Play, which is just going to probably be one episode. In other news, I joined the WBA, which is why this video is created, and I drafted, obviously, which is also why this video is created. The WBA is an upload league, so I should probably upload my videos. Starting with the draft analysis, which is in this video. So I had the 5th overall pick in the draft, and I chose Tapu Koko. Tapu Koko is going to be one of my Z captains, along with another Pokemon that I will mention later. Now, normally in my drafts I usually go bulk first, but in this one I decided to try something different. I'm drafting more offensively, and something offense thrives on is pivot. Tapu Koko gets access to both U-turn and Volt Switch, as well as a very good mixed stat, which is nice in leagues. Not only that, but it is incredibly fast, giving me a nice 130 speed here, so I should be able to outspeed lots of threats in the metagame. Not only that, but with access to defog, it's very nice now, and it won't let my offensive threats get whittled down as easy. Now we're going into the real picks that were kind of questionable. Superior was tier 2, so I decided to snatch it up. Its ability is always going to be contrary unless I want to run a coil set for some reason, but Superior mostly does one thing. That is use Leaf Storm. I'm not going to explain what this does, because you should know, contrary Leaf Storm, always great. This thing can help break walls that could otherwise annoy my other Pokemon with Subseed, or it could simply just be a defogger, or maybe even an offensive win con. Really, it doesn't matter with Superior, but its grass typing could be really nice to switch into some ground hits that Tapu Koko could have trouble taking. And really, its only weaknesses be fire, bug, flying, etc. I have many other picks to take care of. So as such, Superior, great pick in my opinion. My next pick is going to be Hawlucha. If you know anything about OU, you know how well Tapu Koko and Hawlucha pair together. With the Electric Seed and Unburden being great together, no wonder. Times 2 speed on Hawlucha can run Adamant, outspeed most Scarfers, and set up and sweep. But even then, I could run a set like Weakness Policy and Burden if I'm want to be a fatter Hawlucha. I could maybe even run Wall Breaker if I already outspeed everything. Another defogger is always nice. So really, Hawlucha just pairs so well with Tapu Koko. Tapu Koko Volt Switches or U-turns in to Hawlucha, and Hawlucha starts breaking walls. Thinks that wall Tapu Koko, most commonly grass and ground types, neither one of them want to take one of Hawlucha's stabs. So Hawlucha is a great pick, especially with Superior being able to break down any other ground that might be giving it my Macho Bird trouble. I'm going to name it that actually. Macho Bird. Next up, we have Porygon 2. Yes, the fat deck is here. Well, I do normally prefer Chansey. On an offensive team like this, wanting a wall, I'd take Porygon 2. Although Thunder Wave nerf is kind of bad and does hurt Porygon 2, still, EVL 8 is so fat, so great, and I could force them to run Toxic on something, which gives the rest of my team the opportunity to thrive, not having a coverage move against them. So, Porygon 2, so fat, and if you look at it, 2 of my 3 picks are already resistant to fighting, so I shouldn't have much problem. And if they try and rely on breaking my other Pokemon, or just revenge killing them, Porygon 2 can always go there and give them nightmares. Greninja. So it's Taunt only, which I understand why. It's tier 3 pick. But this thing, it's a spike setter. It can U-turn out. Great speed tier. So yeah, I'm really going to be working the base 115 up so far. Like, if you have a base 115 to 130, you're going to have a really tough time being able to run much bulk. But yeah, Greninja specs, it hits hard. Protein, not that big of an issue since stabs are still great. And spikes and T-spikes, always appreciated, especially on an offensive team. It was at this point that I decided to start looking at my cores a bit more. I already had a Fairy type in Tapu Koko. Superior and Greninja were starting to make up my Fire Water Grass core, so I decided to grab Charizard X. Charizard X is just straight up a monster in this tier. You can watch Gypsy's CPC Season 5 run of it, and he did an excellent job using this Pokemon. It used to be most prevalent as a DD sweeper, however, now in the OU meta, it's more of a wall breaker. But still, in leagues you can run DD despite wall breaking being obviously preferred in this lots of tiered meta. The reason being is you can run DD, and usually if they don't have Heatran, then you don't need to run Earthquake and you can run Roost in that spot instead. Or say you need, but any one of these coverage moves is great. Will-O-Wisp for defensive sets. Acrobatics or Aerial Ice would be better. But like, the options are amazing with Charizard X. And just how much you have to prep for it. You have to prep for wall breaking adamant. And you can't sleep on its speed tier either. If it wants to run Jolly, it can run Jolly. And yeah, you can't allow this thing to set up to +1. And on an offensive team, having to go for a Toxic or something against Charizard X could be just the moment I need to bring in a win con like Superior or Greninja, or maybe even Halucha. So in the end, Charizard X, great typing, great Pokemon, great all-around stats. Now, due to the way the WBA system is set up, a certain tier of Pokemon, tier 2, goes very underrated. And one of these Pokemon I don't have a type for. It also gives me a role that I don't have yet, and is really nice on an offensive team. Not only that, but the Pokemon itself is very offensive. Edmonton Oil Carps fans, I give you a Zelfie. This thing can do so much. Sash lead or offensive. That's not much, but it works. Great coverage moves. Calm Mind works great, although it's not exactly the best, but base 125 power knockoff, not something to sleep about. Base 115 speed, just in case they wanted to use their base 115 speed to just get the edge on my Superior, well, now they can't. U-turning out's always nice if you want to get up rocks. Or I could run a Sash set with Nasty Plot. If I have the bulk to already do that, I could even go and run a Dougal Screens. Really, I've never used this Pokemon before. The more I'm looking at it, the more I'm liking it. So here we go. Let's go Azelf. The first time ever I'm using it. Now, I don't know much about basketball, but I do know that there's this one guy named Durant. And apparently Kevin Durant is pretty damn good at basketball. He won whatever the Super Bowl or Stanley Cup equivalent to the basketball thing he is, while leading a team and getting a bunch of bandwagon fans. You know those bandwagons, don't they? This thing can be Mimi, not Mimi. A Scarf set can outspeed a lot of threats, or I can run a setup set if they don't have that many Pokemon with them. The base 112 defense is always nice. And of course, the ability to give them the great ability of Trant is always welcomed. Agility pass is allowed, so long as it's not with the home clause, so that could always be nice. Not only that, but I was missing a steel type in this draft, and draft fills that perfectly. Kevin, I welcome you to the team. Now, if you're looking at my team, you might say, Phil, what the hell are you doing? You're drafting offense, yeah, you're allowing things to run lots of bullets because your team's too damn fast. Well, yes, so I'm taking a base 95 speed Pokemon, because, base 95 is slow. Drapion, it's going to be my first time using it. But Toxic Spikes, now I don't have to rely so heavily on Greninja for the Toxic Spikes. Agility is always welcome, as always. And the coverage this thing gets is amazing. Whirlwind can take out hazers. Taunt's always nice. Plus, unlike Durant, this thing actually gets Swords Dance, allowing me to finally take out some Pokemon that could be really annoying for me and break them down, allowing some of my other threats like Tapu Koko or Superior to go and clean up. Yes, Drapion will always be welcome to this team, even if it's my first time using it. Now we go on to my 2 tier 5 picks. Togetic was just sitting there. I want another defogger, and as a tier 5 pick, Togetic's great. Tapu Koko doesn't always want to switch into Dragon hits, because lots of Pokemon that get Dragon coverage also get Earthquake, and Balloon Tapu Koko is not a good Tapu Koko. What is a good Pokemon, however, is Togetic when it comes to defenses. This won't be a Pokemon that comes every week. When it does, it can do stuff. Roost is always beautiful, and now I don't have to rely so much on Nightmare for defenses. T-Fog is always welcome, as well as this thing getting Heal Build in case my opponent gets a crucial Paralyze off on Azel for Greninja. Tailwind can also be good for support in order to allow me to outspeed a certain other threat. And of course, Nasty Plot Sweeper can always catch my opponents off guard if they're not prepared for it. Lastly, we have Kecleon. Remember when I said that I wasn't going to, when I already used the free agency? Well, yeah, look at Kecleon's speed tier. I thought it was higher. Look at Togetic's speed tier. Guess which one I'm keeping? I'll give you a hint. I already have a good normal type. Goodbye, Kecleon. Hello, Bibarel. Bibarel, the Go. Normalium Z, which I can't use, unfortunately. So, of course, I have to run the almighty Life Orb, Simple, SD, Waterfall, Return, Aqua Jet / Quick Attack. Best set ever. Or I could run Curse, or Lefties. Or if they have some sort of bad threat and I need Unaware for, I could always run Unaware. But mostly, if I ever bring this thing, it's going to be Swords Dance or Curse. Not going to be brought that much, but when it is, I expect Bibarel to do the finest ever. It is, of course, the evolved form of the HM Slave himself. One thing I'd like to mention before I close out real quick is I haven't used many of these Pokemon in draft. I think I've used 4 of them total. I've used Landorus Eye in tournaments, and I think I used Coco Halucha for one game in BFA Speed Terror tournament, but other than that, nothing. So it's gonna be up to a lot of new members to see how well I can do this season. It's not only a new playstyle, but a new Pokemon in each and every one of these members. Because the ones that I haven't used frequently or in a while. So thank you for watching.